Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack by Recovery Concepts. I am Chris. Hope everybody's well, warm, and safe, and didn't get blowed over the hill. We had some pretty nasty storms come through a day or two ago, and high winds right behind it, and then it snowed. So spring is springing. Got some odd weather. Anyway, Wednesday, the 18th, March 18th, man. Time she doth fly. Let's dive right in and see what good little snack we got today. A quote from Karl Lagerfeld. The purpose of life is life. Our active addiction took us away from a life connected to our higher power, family, friends, community, and spiritual principles. During our active addiction, our primary relationship was with alcohol and drugs. Addiction is an illness of mistaken relationship. We believed we could get emotional needs met through a relationship with chemicals. We can't. Now, in recovery, we get back to living instead of dying. We work to heal the wounds our wellness created within our families. We see trust being created. We no longer avoid police officers, for we are respected citizens again. We regularly pray and meditate. We feel the presence of our higher power again in our life. Prayer for the day. Higher power, you gave me life for a purpose. Help me live that purpose to its fullest. When I want to avoid life, place me back in the middle of it. When I feel like I can't go on, give me strength. Today's action. Today I will do at least one task that I have been avoiding. I will remind myself that avoiding tasks takes more energy than doing them. Nice. Well, as usual, the way I relate to the reading is during our active addiction, our primary relationship with is alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs. I can remember my decision-making process consciously, subconsciously, any way that I want to look at it or any way anybody wants to think about it. For me, it just occurred first. It was up front. It was first. It's funny that it talks about we no longer avoid police officers. I've been sober a little while, and I don't avoid police officers. During recovery, I worked in an environment where we actually had some police officers that worked for us for security purposes or whatever. I made some really good friendships through that, and but it's like I have involuntary muscle movements. I've been sober a little while, haven't had a drink of alcohol, recreational drug in a minute, but let an officer light the lights up behind me somewhere, not behind me somewhere, and man, my body still reacts old school, man. I'll shrink down in my seat, man. My tail end tightens up a little bit until it occurs to me, unless I'm actually unaware of it, a rear brake light or something. Another man, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing anything illegal. And it's weird how my body still defaults back to that set, man, to where it kind of catches me a little bit. I have more of a reaction that, oh my God, the cops are behind me, than thank God I'm not doing anything incorrectly today. It takes me a second to get to that, but I've been sober a little while, but I was abusing alcohol and drugs a lot longer. So I talk about that sometimes. We have to give ourselves time, and the time, it's a sliding scale for individuals or whatever. But for me, there's a whole lot of things that have passed on as far as old habits, like that reaction to a police officer behind me or whatever. There's those old things that passed on, and I don't react like I used to. But I have to remember, I was talking about it yesterday, I have to remember, I've been sober, a good minute, whatever, I'm 56 years old, but it doesn't touch how long I was drinking and drugging. Literally, for me, this is abnormal. This recovery piece, this not using drugs and alcohol, this going through life best I can, man, with a higher power, and a recovery community and work in a recovery program. That's all a whole lot newer to me than drugs and alcohol. And I've spent less time doing this than I did that. You know, normal for me from May 10th, 1969 to today. From birth to the baby to today, I spent more time high and drinking alcohol than I have not. Do the math. That's a scary fact. For me, it is anyway. I did the math. I think I've got to live to be somewhere like 63 years old, 62, 63, 64. I'd have to do it again to remember. But at that point, assuming that I stay alive and stay sober, I will be half of my life in recovery. Something to that tune. You know what I'm saying? It's an odd thing. But that didn't occur to me until somebody brought it to my attention. And now that gives me, again, the reset of a mindset of a student. It's okay to not have all the answers. I have not been doing this the majority of my life. I like this more, so I continue my journey, man. I continue my readings, my conscious contact with my God, my higher power, my recovery community, man, my meetings, man, the things that I do to keep me better. But it's okay. If this is still a learning thing for me, I think it always will be, but it puts it in my mind a lot more clearer that it's okay to be, if you will, because I spent so much time on the other side. This is still abnormal. This is something I am still learning because less than half of my life have I been this way from birth to now. I started using early, and every time I could after I got those feelings, from alcohol and substances, man, I found it. I didn't do it all the time when I was young, but man, every time I could find it or get it, I did. And, from 17, 18, 17, 18, I don't know, 16, 17, 17, 18, whatever. It wasn't long after that I was out on my own, and it was every day. It was every single day. So, got to cut myself a break. Got to give myself a little bit of a slack and grace and understand I'm doing a real good job today. If we press that up against the normality of my past, I'm creating a new normal. And that's a daily process. I love it. I'm moving forward in it. I get to pick today because I did not wake up medicinal addiction to alcohol, ethyl alcohol, and recreational drugs. I didn't do it today. So waking up with that freedom, I get to have a choice. Am I going to go toward a recovery or toward a relapse? And my decision was made when I woke up this morning. Here I am doing the work. I appreciate y'all joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Trying to get this thing built up, but I am glad that you are here. Thank you for joining. Come on back if you can tomorrow. Lord willing, we're going to do it again on Thursday. Have a blessed day. Take good care and see you soon. Bye-bye.